Making mastery learning a reality one day at a time. Hey guys, the thing I've been thinking about this week is, I'm not sure I designed this on purpose, but I should have. So we just got done with a level or a unit that has been very difficult. It's requiring a significant amount of mathematics abilities for my students. And one thing I'm discovering in a pandemic world is that my students are missing some key sort of mathematical principles. So I'm gonna have to go back and teach them those mathematical principles so they can apply them in a chemistry classroom context. But then what happened is that was level 2. We're now starting level 3. Is the nice thing about the beginning of my level 3 is that it's relatively easy content. It doesn't require huge amounts of content. And so what I'm really thinking about that I should plan, which I hadn't thought through, if you want, is to have sort of a cyclical pattern. So I've got a hard level followed by something that's relatively easy to access. And they can pretty much do it with really not too much help from me. They do need some. But what that's doing is it's allowing those students who are still struggling with the hard content from the previous unit to catch up, so that they can essentially do all the work, if you will, really at home. They don't have to be doing the hard stuff necessarily in class because all the stuff is relatively easy. And so what that's doing is that for my students who are still struggling, I've got maybe 4 students out of 80 who still have not passed, if you will, the boss battle, the summative assessment for this level 2, and they are now getting the much more individual help that they need. And it's not such a great panic that they are not going to be able to catch up and they're going to be beyond forever. And so creating a bit of a cyclical pattern where it's kind of hard, easy kind of a thing is going to give more room to keep the kids together. Now, the kids aren't really together, but they're ish together. And to the degree that I can keep them moving through the curriculum, if you will, at roughly the same pace, to that degree it makes my life easier from a logistical perspective. I don't want students on level 5 and also on level 3. That's not going to work. I cannot set up that many experiments, etc. So I'm really focused on that. And then, of course, what I'm doing for those students who are behind, I'm continuing to, this is what I call a good teacher moment, calling their parents, working with counselors, visiting with them. I use the Remind app, for example. I text them. This morning I texted one of my behind students, said, you're supposed to see me before school. And so I'm texting her saying, come in. Sadly, she didn't, so I'm bummed. I'll see her a little bit later today to say what's going on. It's probably issues are probably related to just life of a teenage person. It's hard. So anyways, I think that's the big idea this week, is creating that cyclical pattern where that easy hard, then it gives them a bit of a break before we dive into the next hard topic. Hey, you can make mastery learning a reality one day at a time. We'll see you.